There's no point me saying you should do this and you should that, because you're not going to listen. This is what I do. It might take me 400 videos to get motion, no views. Most businesses don't have that. Now, other people can use the platform to make money. These are the things that I've built. So everything comes through the engine. You don't have to go external to get that. And that is what is going to put me ahead of 99.9% of creators, even just for myself in my own business. Forget me selling this software to anybody else. Just me and my solopreneur business is already putting me in the 1% of creators that are winning. Not the 100 million creators that make $15,000 or less per year. No, these tools are not for those people, because those people haven't learned what is not working. They haven't felt the pain long enough to actually make a change in their creator business. And you have to look at it. It is a business. If you're posting on YouTube with the aims to make money, it's a business, or you have the desire to do a business. It's not free. AdSense is not free. You will have to pay tax on that money. It's not just free money from YouTube. So it's a business, right? As soon as you monetize, you've got a business. As soon as a brand deal reaches out, it's a business now. It's a different perspective that you have to have with YouTube in 2026 and beyond. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. For the next 9, 10 years, you must take this type of approach to your operations. That's why I've spent so much time building it. It started out as just I wanted to present my work. I wanted to, in a way that I deemed, credible. I was sick and tired of platforms like Spotify, as a musician, gatekeeping the data, not telling me where the people were, their names, their emails, phone numbers, nothing. Why? Because it's not my customer, it's theirs. So I flipped that around. I was like, okay, Spotify took all my catalog down. That's only in my publishing category now, in my catalog. I don't have my music on those platforms because it doesn't serve me. Those songs are now only coming from my platform, which I have my own playlists. I have my own data sources, so I control that now. So any brand, any company wants to license my music, it goes through me. If I want to stream my music, it goes through my platform, not theirs. Now, a lot of you guys, especially you musicians, won't want to do that. The reason being is because you are an addict. You are too used to the 0.005 cents of the no 100 streams that you're ever getting, right? You actually like the vanity metrics over the revenue metrics. And a lot of creators and a lot of businesses prefer views over actual clients. So if that's what I said in my webinar yesterday, which you can go and watch that replay. If you're someone who thinks views equals money or views equals clients, then you're just categorically wrong, because there's YouTubers who are getting 200 views and closing 60, 70K type deals just off of those videos. So me actually going on at this length, 33 minutes, right, is only going to cater to certain people. I'm going to have to be creative with the title for this one because I didn't expect to go this long. But the fact of the matter is, the fact I'm going this long with no edits shows you like I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just rambling here. I'm literally bouncing between showing software, talking about software insights, because this is what I do. This is what I do. I am blessed and fortunate enough to say I can do multiple things at a high level, but that's because I work on it. I'm not someone who talks and doesn't deliver on what I produce. The results speak for itself here. You show me a platform like First Party and I'll eat my hat. But I know the players at the different levels, the guys who are at the top level with the venture capital funding, 50 million in capital raise, they're playing a different game. They're not actually profitable, right? They have hundreds of people on their staff payroll. They build in generic, software tools because they have to apply, be applicable and appease many, many people around the world and many users. But once you get away from the grassroots, you actually don't know as much of what people actually want because you're not paying attention to the YouTuber who's, got his vlog in Miami. You're not paying attention to that. All you're doing is podcast circuits and, just doing the rounds to try and get more visibility. But when you actually on the street level, let's say, you can actually see what's going on. You can see what's moving and shaking. You can see who's connected with who. What are the strategies that are happening this week? Not next month or what happened 6 months ago. Things are changing quickly. Things are changing quickly. So you have to know what's the new update. What strategies did we try on this webinar that worked and didn't work? What are the reframes that we are using? What software stack has changed? How is AI affecting the things that we are doing in business? How are people responding to AI content? How are people liking AI content? Do they hate it? Do they love it? You've got to know what's going on. And the right tools can give you those insights, but you first have to know how to use them. And going back to my original point, this is why doing 100, 200 videos for your business is a perfect lesson for you, because it will teach you the discipline. It will teach you that, yes, you're going to have to eat glass for 200 videos and get no views. You're going to have to spend time producing a video and get no views. Literally, no one saw the video. Then you see it and it hurts psychologically because you're like, dang, bro, that was like a 10-minute video. Edited it, exported it, color graded it to get no views. You've got to eat that. That's part of the game. That is part of the game. But you can get strategic at least for the long term just by thinking outside of the box and really assessing where you're at on YouTube, because YouTube will level the playing field. You could come from, and I've seen this, I was on a webinar 2 days ago, watching a podcast. This guy's made $250 million off of webinars, but he's still now realizing that, I made 250 million on webinars, but I don't have no motion on Instagram. You see what I mean? It's like he's recognized, like, yes, I must do content, because if I want to make more business, how am I going to make more money if I don't do content? You cannot rest on the $250 million made, over the past 16 years or over a course of 16 years. So that's someone like that who's now thinking, I need to make content. So he's going on a podcast of someone who has motion. 173K subscribers is where he was sat talking, which is still relatively small, but in the podcast space, the entrepreneur business game, that's decent. You're going to get regular viewers, you've got a dedicated audience, and you're making money from the ads, first of all, and just the general traffic that you're getting for your business. So there's no way around it, is my point. Just like the guy on LinkedIn who messaged me and DM me, he's got no motion, and he's messaging the guy with no motion. It's like the blind leading the blind. Why are you even messaging me, bro? I'm not your guy. And you're not the guy for me, because I don't know who you are. You know what I'm trying to say? So I just want you to take from this video that there are going to be hurdles doing business on YouTube. It's going to be painful. It's going to suck for at least, just call it 200 videos. If you just have that in your mind, like, okay, 200 videos, I'm going to get no views. And if you do that, you will approach each video with a lot of vim and excitement. But if you approach it like, I need to get views, that is going to destroy you, your team, and everyone who's working on these videos, because you put in too much pressure on that video to perform. You put in too much pressure on the video to perform. You have to just go into it with the mindset of, we're going to make this video because we have to. And we are building a library of content. So when our ICP, our initial ideal customer profile, discovers this on this platform, one of the biggest, if not the biggest streaming platform on the planet, we're going to have enough content that they can sit there, binge like they're watching their favorite show on Netflix, and have more trust, have more likability, have more insights into what we do, how we do it, when we do it, where it's done, and then they can make a buying decision. And if they see a channel with less than 10 videos, they are going to click off somewhere else. Most of the time, YouTube probably won't even suggest any more videos because you don't have enough videos on the channel in the first place. You just got to think about it logically. So even if you're starting now, you shouldn't even be expecting customers. You might get lucky and some people just say, hey, I love what you're talking about. Let me go and buy. But that doesn't always happen. So if you simply just take that approach, 200 videos, not care, just focus on building the brand, focus on getting motion, focus on having people know, like, and trust you, build up your trust score, track and all your data so you can at least monitor it as you're growing, and you'll see that will compound as well over time. So I'm actually looking forward to see, 200,000 total clicks, which I'm just short of 1,000 at the moment, and this is being in, like, I don't know, 4 weeks. So 250 clicks, I'm seeing the conversions, I'm seeing what's, happening in my business with the content that I'm making. So I'm fine with it, is my case in point here. I'm fine with the game. I'm fine with the fact that I must get motion. I'm fine with the fact that nobody cares until they care. Make 200 videos and then we'll see about views. I'll take it even further than Mr. Beast. He's at 100 videos. I'm going to say 500 videos. 500 videos, and then I'll see how many views I'm getting. But until then, that's it.